Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. I'll just make sure I'm on. How is everybody today? Oh, it doesn't look like I am on. Yes, there it is. There it is. So I'm back. Took the day off yesterday. I had a really lazy day. It's so nice to have the day off. What am I doing? Let's pick that. Okay. How is everybody today? So I'm going to go deeper into the daily read for today, Tuesday, 5th of May. And stick around because I'm going to give readings for everybody as well. Yeah, if you're watching the replay, come live sometime. I do this pretty much every day, same time, 8 a.m. Bangkok time. So find out when 8 a.m. Bangkok time is in your time zone and come along. So the daily read, if you're watching the replay and you haven't seen the daily read for Tuesday the 5th of May, I'll pop a link for it up there. You watch that. Pause this, watch that, come back. Hey Bobette. Daily read was all about choosing between joy and blame. So it's about positivity and negativity really. You're good? None of your business sucks? Good. Yeah, between positivity and negativity, or between joy and blame. So when we're in that negative state of mind, when we're looking for excuses, looking for something to blame, someone to blame, why we're not having what we want or doing what we want, then we're actually choosing that. We're choosing to focus on that. And whatever you focus on grows, So if you're focused on all the good stuff that's happening in your life, more good stuff will happen. We see that, right? Have you ever known like a really negative person and just the shit that happens to them constantly? If something can go wrong, it will go wrong with those people because they're attracting it, right? Because that's what they're looking for. It's what they're talking about. It's what they're thinking about all the time. Stuff going wrong. Kind of wondering where your boyfriend is, not answering. Oh, maybe he's in negativity. So yeah, that's what today is all about. And the card of the day is money. Gotta love that. The money card. All my finances are now in divine order. Love itself knows my needs and is the source for all. I needn't cling to gain or fear loss. Hey Chris. Every need will be met through offering all to the divine. So we got the money card today. And so maybe that's a message for some to be positive about your financial situation. Yeah, that's a way. That's a way to keep abundance away from you as well as being negative about your financial situation, making excuses why you haven't got money, because of the government or because of this or because of that. I mean, you can attract that kind of stuff if you want, or attract better. Be positive about it. So yeah, just be careful about that, especially with the money card coming up. This could be about abundance. So you got to focus on abundance positively for abundance to find you. You got to look for it, yeah. We've got this thing and it's called positive. What? What is it called? Confirmation bias is what it's called, and it just means that whatever we're focused on, we'll get confirmation of it, right? Like I've been talking about for the last few days and in my readings and stuff. Is you get evidence of your beliefs all the time because that's what you're looking for. And so if you're looking for abundance, you'll find it. If you're looking for lack, you'll find that too. So just be careful around making excuses, especially about your abundance, because we get confirmation of it, right? We get confirmation of whatever it is we're focused on. So we've got to include ourselves with abundance and be grateful for it. I'm not talking about being grateful for having nothing. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about convincing yourself to be grateful for the crap or the scraps. We don't want to do that, right? We don't want to settle for very little and just pretend to ourselves that we're grateful for it. That's not going to do you very much good at all. You might as well be focusing on lack. In fact, you are focusing on lack when you're doing that. Just because you're trying to put a happy slant on it doesn't mean you're not focused on lack. So just be careful of that. But you want to include abundance and then be grateful for that. Truly be grateful for it, Be grateful for what you do have. Don't pretend that you've got something and try and be grateful for that. So it's very rare that we've got nothing, right? Even though we may say, oh, I've got no money. It's never true, hey? There's always some. You've always got some money in your purse or in your bank account or whatever. So you've got to be careful of saying that too. Lots of people say that. I've got no money. They don't mean it. And they sure don't want to attract that either. Having no money. So include abundance in your life and then be grateful. Be truly grateful for what it is that you do have. Don't pretend. But actually be grateful for what you are grateful for. And actually notice it. Focus on the stuff that you do have. Good thing. So a bit of an abundance slant today. Yep, for sure. Another abundance card. Doubt cancels abundance. So this is about becoming aware of our doubts. It's becoming aware of our thoughts, right? Becoming aware of our thoughts about abundance. When we're focused on lack, it's not letting it fly under the radar anymore. Hey, it's Trello. Yeah, not letting it fly under the radar anymore. Not letting this blame game carry on, especially when we're coming up with stories about why we can't have the abundance. We only do that. Like our ego comes up with stories about why we can't, who's keeping it from us or whatever. When we feel a bit defeated because we don't understand how it is that we aren't getting the abundance that we want. And so just be careful of that. The stories that you tell yourself are doubting abundance. Because you don't really want to keep it away from you. You don't really want your excuses to be right. Right? And you want to let it all in. I'm a little bit behind on readings today. Those that ordered them yesterday, I got one out this morning before this, but I'm a little bit behind. I'm a little bit outside of my 24 hours because I took the day off yesterday. It was kind of nice. I saw some friends again the night before. And then I pretty much slept all day yesterday. Woo! Healing passion. Wow. So it's not just about abundance today, it's also about relationship too. Healing that passionate part of ourselves. It's interesting because I just did another soulmate reading this morning. It had to do with this as well. Holding ourselves away from passion. In fact, it came up in a lot of people's soulmate readings. Hey, Stephanie. Came up in a lot of people's soulmate readings this weekend. People holding themselves back from passion, those really strong feelings. Hey, Cassie. Stephanie, is that an emoji of some thingy? Some of this stuff. Hand sanitizer. They keep on giving me little bottles of this. The shop that I go in. Got lots of them. So we're healing our passion. So whatever is stopping you from choosing that passion, we can get scared of that, right? Because of course, when we're like really, really attracted to somebody and we're feeling passionate about them, I mean, it's great, you get those highs and everything, but when that relationship ends, they're the worst of breakups, right? Because passion runs both ways. And it can cause people not to want to go for passion again, want to go for the safe ones that we don't really like that much. It's sanitizer. Sanitizer emoji. That's funny. So healing our passion. It's like this relationship. I've kept him away for like a year now and I'm letting him in now, which is so hard in curfew times. We're still on curfew here. So even though restaurants are open back up, which is cool, and alcohol sales are back on, which gave me a hangover yesterday because I'm not used to it anymore. And we're still under curfew, so from 9 p.m. to 4 a.m. we're not allowed out of our houses. And some people are taking it seriously, policing it, So, yeah, it makes things tricky. But I've realised, that relationship is like me for a year. I liked him straight away when I met him too. But sometimes I've been doing that healing my passion thing because sometimes if I really like someone like that, I don't trust myself. I don't trust my heart. I think it's choosing wrong. I think it's choosing trouble. So anyway, we're having to take it slow anyway, because we can't see each other. It's like we've both got busy lives. And with curfew, it makes it impossible. Maybe we'll see each other today, who knows? Maybe not, I need a massage today. My neck's sore again. Okay. Also today, got to find a new approach, connection. So this is the relationship thing as well. So people that we're passionate about, we've got to listen to our hearts and trust our hearts about that. And I feel the strongest to those people that our higher selves really want us to be with. And not let our minds overrule it. And so got new approaches to take in connection. Connection is relationships. Slow approach. Maybe. But yeah, a different way of going about things that you're not usually used to. Maybe you're always doing relationships in a certain way, and this is saying a different approach. Find a different approach. Can't wait to be able to get a massage. I'm getting my hair done tomorrow. That's exciting. There's the Rip Curl shop is closing down here apparently. Not good when places are having to close down because they've had no business. But they're having a half price sale, so I might get down there maybe today, see what I can buy. But yeah, having to get black market massages right now because honestly my neck, it's so bad. I can't go for 2 months without a massage. I need them regularly. I can't even go for a run on the beach because of the impact stuff. It's too much on my neck, so I can't function properly. I need a massage, so I might get around this afternoon. Got such a full day today. Such a full day. Let's take that out. Right, so that's today. Include gratitude. So this is about abundance. Don't doubt abundance. Become aware of your thoughts about abundance and how you're keeping it away, especially excuse making. With relationships, healing with passion. What that means is the hurt, the pain that we've had from passionate relationships before. Because when they're passionate in a good way, they're also passionate in a bad way as well. Those are the epic breakups. And then it really puts us off having that passion. How big is the island? It's 5 kilometers by 3 kilometers. It's pretty small. It's pretty small. Hey, Samantha. Small island. Pisces here dealing with Scorpio. I'm afraid to let my boyfriend in. He's moving here in a few days. He's honest, but sometimes I wonder. Yeah, negative thinking from past trauma. Sounds like it. I've had the same with mine. Not my boyfriend yet, but he's so sweet. He's messaging me last night. Very genuine guy. Let's see anyway. So, let's do some readings for you guys. I'm going to start with None of Your Business Saga. About this boyfriend situation, what's going on there. Anyone else wants a reading? Just pop up a message saying, me please. And I'll do that for you. So, none of your business. Don't worry about it. Yeah, this is all a reflection of your self-love, right? And so if you're afraid, it's because you're not feeling like you deserve it. You haven't got that self-love up there. And so just keep on working on that self-love, loving yourself first. Take it slowly, slowly. Slowly, slowly. Yeah, it's a tiny little island, Stephanie. It takes me like 15 minutes to ride to the south side. I'm in the north. It's small. That's why I've just got a bicycle. Don't need anything else here. Oh, okay. None of your business. Also, be careful about judging him. So this is it. Your mind is wanting to keep yourself safe from him, and so it's trying to judge him so that you can come up with a good excuse as to not to go for it. Yeah, trust your heart. None of your business. Trust your heart, because I'm feeling like this is a good connection, but you've obviously got some resistance to it, and it's your resistance. Do you know what I mean? It's your resistance. It's not true. Being afraid of people, it's very rarely true. Like I said the other day in a reading, that feeling of vulnerability, if someone's coming at you with a knife, that feeling of vulnerability is useful, because you either run away or you knock the knife out of the hand, you do something about it, right? But the feeling of vulnerability we get because we love somebody or because there's change in our life, that feeling of vulnerability, it's not useful. And so we've got to just kind of sit with that feeling of vulnerability. We just got to let it be in us without taking action on it. It's like other fears that we have as well. Yeah, Spit said Fred, how are you? Mel. Right, who's next? Samantha's next. Samantha Smith. Still tired today. Does it show? Yeah, it does. Include. Okay, Samantha. Including yourself and your wishes, what you want. This is about not focusing so much on pleasing other people and what other people want, having that in your awareness. This is about including yourself. Asking yourself what you want. So if this is about relationships, this is about asking what you want from a relationship. What do you want to receive from them? How do you want them to make you feel? What do you want them to do for you? Often we can go into relationships always thinking about the love that we give out, us loving them, and then we completely forget ourselves in it, what we want to get from it. And that allows us to be in relationships that aren't good for us, with lazy people that don't do anything for us, because we're not focused on what we want out of it. It's like accepting a job and never asking about the pay, and then they don't pay you. It's like you're not going to stick around with that. You've got to think about what it is you want out of it. Yeah, sometimes people can just trust the universe on that one, and you can't. You get what you focus on. So you've got to go within and ask yourself what you want out of it, especially around relationships, Samantha. Because relationships are about two people. It's not just about one person and their needs, getting their needs met, them being loved, getting what they want. It's also about you too. And so, Samantha, if you've been in a one-sided relationship because of your lack of focus on what it is that you want out of things, could be a relationship, it could be something else, could be your work as well. Then just accept that you've got yourself into that position, maybe again, and you still keep quiet, You've got to sort it out within yourself and start getting focused on what it is that you want. There you go, Samantha. Estrela's up next. Estrela. Wait. Estrela, don't take action yet. Don't move forward on it yet. Got to ask yourself who you are first. Ooh, what's this about? Oh, maybe something that isn't in line with you. It's not really who you are. You don't need to accept something, It's like when you don't need to accept, you don't need to say yes to the first thing that you're offered. Sometimes you can wait for what you actually want. So have patience. Respect yourself. Have patience before you say yes to something. Make sure you're fully respecting yourself so that you don't say yes to the first thing, right? The first offer. Don't settle for scraps. Everyone's getting this message. Don't settle for scraps lately. Thank you, you're right. I'm always on guard. Says he wants to get married. Wow, perfect for you. I think I need to just let the past go. Yeah, and take it slowly. Both traumatized, wound mates. Maybe that's not going to be a marriage. But yeah, it could be. Could be. You're welcome, Estrella and Samantha. Stephanie. Stephanie's up next. Coffee. Ooh. Stephanie, interesting one for you. Got detachment, joy. This is about letting go of the heavy things, something that's been weighing you down. You don't need to take it on, you don't need to keep it with you. You can let it go. It's going to bring an element of joy just letting it go. It's like skipping away from that job you never wanted to do, because when you let it go, you feel the relief of it. Not just relief, this is more than that. More than relief. Detaching from something is actually going to bring you joy. Especially something that's heavy. This is like, oh, this came up in so many people's soulmate readings. Sticking with relationships that are hard work. Trying to get people to change. Just heavy, heavy, heavy hard work. And it's like, that's your higher self saying, this isn't for you. It shouldn't feel like that. It should feel like play. It should feel like fun. If it's not feeling good, your higher self is saying, this isn't for you. And that might seem a bit cutthroat because, people, you do have to work at relationships somewhat, but sticking around when something feels bad for a long time, hoping that it's going to change, that is going against your guidance, right? So we need to be a bit more selfish than that and let go. And let go. And so get more in your playful side, Stephanie, and follow that intuition toward that. So don't hold on to things that feel really bad. You don't need to. If you detach from them, you'll feel a lot more joy. So I'm feeling like you're trying to get joy out of a situation that's it's not joyful, so it's not going to bring joy. It's not going to change. It can be such a waste when we wait, especially when we're waiting for someone else or just something else to change so that it feels good. It's not going to. If that's the energy of it, if it's not aligned with you, it's not ever going to be. Bid Said Fred is up next. Mel. Oh. So this is a step up in work. It's like you going for a promotion or something like that. You going for a step up for something more within your work. So if you've got your own business, this is like stepping it up to the next level of abundance or whatever. If you've got a job, this is going for the next level or going for the next job, a promotion, a management position, that kind of thing. Step up, you're ready. That's what it's saying, you're ready now to take that step up. So, yeah, Mel, if you've been hanging back, or maybe if you've not been working while we're on lockdown, or if you lost your job or something, go for one that's higher. You're ready to step up. You're ready to step up, Mel. And look, you've got I'm good enough twice. Yeah, you're not realising your level, Mel. You need to realise your level and go for more. Detach from, this is like an idea of who you were. You've got an old idea of yourself. Who you're thinking you are is who you were before. Hey, Barbara. Returning to uni. Oh, also selling on eBay. Step up the eBay thing? Anyway, you're good enough for more. Maybe it's the uni thing. I don't know. I feel like you can have it now, though. You can step things up now. So it's all about your feelings of being good enough, Mel. That's what's holding you back from what you really want. Chris is up next. Chris. Oh, be supportive and communicate. Someone's needing your help, but just maybe someone that needs listening to, or some guidance or something. I don't know. Is someone asking you for help at the moment? Chris? It's got something to do with what you're here for. I am that, you're on track. So someone's asking you for help, pay attention to that. It's like if I don't know, 30 years ago someone would have come up to me and said, can you help me with this? Can you give me some guidance on this from my higher self? It would have been I would have had to say yes to that, and it was a sign that that's what I'm here to do. So it's somebody asking you for help at the moment. It's to do with communication, or maybe this is something that's going to happen soon then, Chris. To do with communication, so listening to somebody or giving them guidance, something like that, supporting them in that way, and it's moving you toward what you're here to do. Interesting. So that could be something that's coming up in the next 24 hours, Chris, for you. Yeah, just pay attention. often other people can lead us to what it is that we're here to do because they start asking us for that thing. Stephanie, that's about my life, not any person. Oh, okay. Yeah, how we do life tends to be how we do everything. So a lot of the time these things are interchangeable. Like I do my readings, like the soulmate readings at this last weekend, but often, you could just like apply the same principles to abundance or work or anything. We tend to do everything the same way. Did I get everyone? No, Babette. Babette's up next. Barbara, do you want one? Oh, Babette, this feels like someone new coming into your life, someone that's, really admiring you, really respecting you. So much so, this is like, you think that there's something wrong with you because they think you're so great. Do you know who they're talking about? So, yeah, I'm picking up like you're like, are you sure? Someone messaged me the other day. Saying, I can't remember now. They said something about my books, having my audio books on another device of theirs, and I'm like, oh, which ones? And they're like, oh, hang on, I'll just have a look. And then they just kept on going on about things, and I'm like, I don't think you're talking to the right person here. Like, I am an author, but I think you're thinking about someone else. And then they wouldn't have it. I'm like, no, look, here's a picture of you with Esther Hicks. I'm like, that's not me. Like, for startups, I'm alive. Oh dear, that's funny. But they were convinced that I was Louise Alhay. I'm like, I'm not. She didn't even have a similar name. She's called something else. She changed her name. She's got a pen name. Okay. But it's that kind of thing, Babette. It's like somebody thinking, you thinking they must have the wrong person. And you've got jealousy, take the risk. It's like someone that's putting you up on a pedestal, you think maybe there's something wrong with them or they got the wrong person, but it's not. They're actually you. Like, I mean, they are respecting you. And yeah, so it's got this jealousy factor in it. It's like, oh, if I accept this respect and this praise from this person, is everyone else going to think that there's something wrong with me because no one else puts me up on that pedestal? It's that kind of thing. So Babette, that might happen for you soon. Somebody coming in and like treating you beyond how you expect to be treated, and you think that there's something wrong with them. That's funny. Weird situations for people today. Right, who's up next? Cassie, I think. Yes, Cassie. Cassie's up next. Relationship stuff for you, Cassie, and forgiving yourself. Intimacy and forgiving yourself. Sometimes we can be really hard on ourselves because we're not perfect within relationships. Especially in times like when you're tired. It can be hard to tolerate people when you're tired. So yeah, you don't need to be perfect. You can forgive yourself. We can be flawed. Yeah, keep me posted. And Cassie, oh, mystery path. This is about being yourself, the intimacy. Like, even if you're tired and you're snappy at somebody, it doesn't matter. Like, you can be that too. Just like you can be vulnerable. We can be whatever we want to be, whoever we're being at the moment. It's not like, oh, I'm feeling vulnerable, so I'm wrong. Or, oh, I'm feeling tired and snappy, so that's wrong. Now, we can be whoever we want to be. Whoever we are in that moment. That's true intimacy, right? Allowing ourselves to be who we are. It's something that the Thai people have taught me, is it's okay to be who you are, and like they'll still love and respect you, even if you're snappy, right? And so the Thais are very matter of fact about their feelings. You know, if they're not feeling good, then they let you know that they're not feeling good, and that's accepted. You know, it's accepted. If somebody is, even if they're going a bit crazy, everyone accepts it, that's where they're at. You know, they don't withdraw the love from that person or the support from that person, and so it's very safe. Like they taught me that it's safe to feel what I'm feeling and to express that. I don't need to hold it back, because they won't withdraw the love from me. Just, you know, if I'm tired and snappy, or if I'm angry about something, and express that, they're all good with that. So I like that. Yep. Spot on. We're not perfect, except for Bobette. Bobette's amazing. Did I get everybody? Barbara. Barbara's up next. Yeah, different kind of readings today. Mine's a bit weird today. Criticism I've got in my cards today. It's like, what is that about? Okay, Barbara, you're resisting work. As things open back up again, it's like, I don't want to go to work. Resisting work, resisting working at something, maybe resisting being persistent at something, working towards something for the long term. You know, I was talking to my friends because I hadn't seen them for 2 months. So it was awesome seeing them again. And, you know, my life has changed a fair, well, my business has changed a fair bit in those last 2 months with all the focus. But so I was talking to them about that, and they were saying, well, what is that just because of COVID? And I'm like, no, it's because I've been, you know, consistent on my YouTube channel for 8 months or something now. I think it would have happened anyway. And yeah, it was that whole, you know, those same friends months ago were saying, oh, you're doing too much, all these videos and everything. You know, they were trying to hang out with me and stuff, and it's like, no, I've got like 12 videos to make, and they were all saying, you're working too much. And now they see the results of it. They're like, oh, it's like, but I had that vision beforehand, and I knew that I needed to be persistent with it and put that work in to get the rewards. Well, you've got something similar here, Barbara. It's like, are you resisting doing that? Are you resisting putting the work in, the consistent work in, to get what you want in the long term? Because don't resist it. It's a loving thing. It's a loving thing doing that, right? And so, just as in my example, my friends say, oh, you're working too much, you need to take more time off and all of this. Now they're seeing the results of it. So they were saying, oh, you're not loving yourself, you need to take some time off, right? And I knew that I was doing the self-loving thing by being consistent. And so, yeah, with your work, Barbara, this is saying go for something longer term, go for what you want longer term. Don't resist putting that work in to get what you want in the long term. This could be about learning something new. It could be about, whatever you need to do for the long term. Yeah, it's what happened to me when I was 21. So I was a single mom. I had my first baby, and then I applied for a job, a corporate job. And to do that corporate job, so I was going from getting benefits with this baby from the government to go into this job, which was actually more money, but because I had to pay child minding, it wasn't enough to survive on. But I did it anyway for the long term, and I just struggled through not eating very much. I struggled through those first few months until I got a raise. And so it's that kind of thing. It's like, are you willing to do whatever it takes for something better for yourself long term? Because that is a self-loving thing. So don't go for the instant rewards. It might feel like the self-loving thing is going for the instant rewards. It's taking that time off. It's not working toward it. It's not doing that course. But that's just kind of laziness. That's not self-love. Self-love at another level is going for something that you want and putting in that work up front for it. Interesting, Barbara. It's like your higher self is trying to motivate you here. Can you feel it? Anyone else want one? Or are we done for the day? Hard to know what to do. But if you're just like willing, Barbara, if you don't know what work you want to do or what to work toward, just be willing to do it. Be willing to do something for the long term. That's how I got my business going, you know. I mean, I've had my business for a long time, 20 years now, but that's how I stepped it up. I just decided about 8 months ago that I wanted consistency. I wanted a consistent new customers. I wanted it to work much easier now. And then I knew that I had to be consistent with it if I wanted that. And so it was just from that place. I didn't know what to do. But from that energy, that's when I had the idea for to focus on the YouTube thing, which has led to what I wanted. My consistency on YouTube has brought that consistency into my business, and now I get probably about 15 new customers. About 15 new customers a week. New customers, people that haven't had readings from me before, and that's exactly what I wanted. It was like a consistent flow, something that would work like that. So. Hey Ava, how are you? Do you want a reading, Ava? Don't forget to click like on this video. Helps YouTube show people that I'm on live. Ava. Oh, interesting. Ava, you've had guidance previously, maybe from a psychic that no longer applies, but I feel like you're holding on to it. And so, you know, your energy changes. Sometimes if you've got guidance from someone and it hasn't worked, that guidance was just for them. But this is something that you're holding on to still, and you're still trying to make it apply. Could be a prediction kind of thing. Those can be tricky. Yeah, and letting go of it. Letting go of it makes you feel vulnerable. So you want this guidance to be true. You want it to be true. You're holding on to it, and it wasn't. It was just for the past. It makes you feel vulnerable letting go of that. So this something that you really believe that you were told. It feels like a prediction to me. You were told a prediction, and you're holding on to that. And without that, if you let that go, if you're like, oh well, maybe that wasn't true, or maybe that was just where I was headed from the energy that I had at the time, a potential outcome kind of thing. Letting it go makes you feel vulnerable. Well, I was told years ago that my partner, I was going to meet in midlife, which I'm in now. He's not, he's younger. And that he's a professional athlete, which he is. This next one anyway. But that prediction, you know, it's like I just told you about it then. It's like I don't even do prediction readings myself, but someone told me that, and I've held on to it. And it's weird when you're told things like that, you know. Who knows if it's true or not, but it has tainted everything because I've held on to it. It's that kind of thing, Ava. You've been told something, you're holding on to it. It makes you feel vulnerable, but it makes you feel like things are unknown if you don't hold on to it anymore. But your higher self is saying, let it go now. It's holding you back. Interesting. There we go, everybody. Thank you for coming along. Thanks for clicking like and subscribing and all that stuff. Stephanie, I once had a reading and it turned out the psychic experienced everything she read for me in her own life. Really specific stuff. Oh wow, so she was picking it up for herself. You know, sometimes I do readings and it feels like it's me, and I'm like, is this like a personal reading from me? But then I send it off and then I get an email back from that customer saying, yep, that's right. I'm like, well, it was right for me too. It was like a reading for me, that one as well. That's where you're at, Ava. What were you told, Ava? Yeah, I don't like predictive readings. I like getting them though. I do. I want them for myself. I want those predictive readings for myself. It's tricky, our ego, isn't it? It wants to know. But I know that they're not good for people. Those predictive readings. They're so enticing though. Hey Greg, do you want a reading before I knock off? So that's interesting, Stephanie. Greg, got to trust yourself and who you are. You don't need to change for anyone. Don't stop thinking that you need to change. You need to be a bit different. You don't. Just need to find someone that likes you as you are. Oh, yeah. So this is like being in a relationship with somebody who wants you to change, and then they blame you for not being different. You're the one that didn't make it work because you wouldn't change. Nah. Just need to find someone that likes you as you are. Same. Someone that you like as they are. None of this getting into relationships to try and change people or for people to try and change you. So just watch out for that. And it could be holding on to past trauma from that kind of stuff that's going on is holding you back, Greg. There we go. Ooh, thanks everyone. Thanks everyone for coming. I should be on tomorrow. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.